Are these a prize worth killing for? This is your Fallout New Vegas spoiler warning. Every time I open Reddit and scroll down on the r/Fallout New Vegas subreddit, I see a little picture of a bottle cap with a blue star on the underside. These are bottle caps from the most recent Jones Road x Fallout collaboration, which is bringing Sunset Sarsaparilla to the real world. And the blue star that's featured on a small number of those bottle caps, they're a treasure hunt pulled directly from the game itself. However, the legend of the Blue Star had serious consequences, with some collectors willing to do anything to get their hands on the grand prize. Now, it's not uncommon to find bottle caps strewn around Fallout maps, especially as the most popular form of currency in a post-war wasteland. But initially, these Blue Star bottle caps won't count towards the money in your pocket. Not long after you pick up your first one, you'll be approached by a gentleman named Malcolm Holmes, a retired collector of these very caps. Every courier is familiar with getting jump-scared by his opening dialogue.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm Holmes.
He'll start a lie to you about trading for supplies before giving up and admitting he's been stalking you for a while, and proceeding to go into detail about the significance of the new cap in your collection. He'll go into detail about an old wasteland legend, about pre-war treasure, and that collecting 50 of those caps will give you access to riches beyond your imagination. He'll also give you a very clear warning. These caps are highly sought after, with collectors willing to submit to any kind of violence if they suspect you have one on your person. We can even witness this ourselves if we find a cap before reaching Nipton, as on approach we'll trigger the unmarked quest, the Star Showdown, in which we'll see two wastelanders scrapping over a handful of these caps. Malcolm will also tell you to specifically avoid a man called Alan Marks, a collector who's been known to kill several people in pursuit of the prize. He'll also divulge that the prize is reportedly guarded by a man named Festus. Festus has reportedly protected the treasure since before the war, making him, in Malcolm's words, pretty damn old. And with this, Malcolm leaves us with a shiny new quest in our log, the Legend of the Star. Eventually, on travels through the wasteland, the courier will come across the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters, which turns out to be the location of the treasure and its guardian. Upon entering the lobby, you'll find an animated rancher automaton in a Sunset Saloon wooden cabinet. This is Festus, guardian of the treasure. He was designed as an interactive display for visitors and tourists, and has a preset number of command phrases and pre-recorded messages. Once you've collected 50 caps and deposited them into old Festus, he'll divulge the legend of the Blue Star. Years ago, way back when, a saloon owner decided he wanted to make a new flavor of beverage, and threw out the question to the patrons in his bar that day. The only one who had any kind of suggestion for him was a mysterious stranger sat at the end of the bar. The stranger suggested a sarsaparilla flavored drink, and even offered his own family recipe on one condition: that he would be allowed to sample a bottle at any time that he chooses to make sure that the recipe is being followed correctly. The saloon owner agreed, and the pair decided that they would meet the next day by sundown. However, this would never particularly come to fruition, as the next morning the sheriff reported that
a body has been discovered!
It was a stranger's, and he'd been taken down by bandits during the night. The man cursed his luck and closed the saloon early, only to find when he turned around that a mysterious bottle had been left on his bar top, with a note placed underneath it sealed with a weird blue star-shaped wax seal. Opening it, he discovered the stranger's recipe for their sarsaparilla-flavoured drink, and upon sampling it, he decided it was exactly what he needed. As a thanks to repay the stranger, the saloon owner paid for his funeral, and then went on to manufacture their sarsaparilla-flavoured drink to great success, even printing the little blue star on the bottom of some of the bottle caps. And that is your prize! Or it was, until Sunset Sarsaparilla received a great deal of complaints and decided to instate a secondary prize. Festus will divulge one final piece of pre-recorded dialogue. To follow the corridor to the left, an attendant will give you your updated prize. This proves a little bit more difficult for us though 200 years in the future, as we'll have to go on a little bit of a trek through the crumbling building until we finally reach the red double vault doors. Once the prize vault is unsealed, you'll finally receive your final prize. Approximately 1,500 bottle caps strewn around 13 Sunset Sarsaparilla crates, and 319 Sunset Sarsaparilla deputy badges. They are weightless and valueless, so it's not even like you can sell them on and make some caps out of it. You will also find in the vault the body of Alan Marks, the gentleman that you'll remember Malcolm Holmes warned us about earlier. He clearly managed to find his 50 bottle caps, and from the sound of the holotape that he recorded prior to his death of suffocation in an airtight vault, he learned that perhaps the ends didn't really justify the means. But hey, at least you get his unique laser pistol pew pew.